I love my culture and I love where I come from, and I think my sort of responsibility is to try to tell these stories as honest and as the best way that I can.
Sabah is 40, single and Muslim. She's dedicated her whole life to her family and their needs. One day, an old photograph triggers a yearning for self-expression. As an act of freedom, she immodestly attends a public swimming pool where she accidentally meets Stephen and an inappropriate love grows.
Grace?
Arab-Canadian director Ruba NADDA, in her first feature, tells a story rich with personal insights. Infused with optimism, Sabah suggests individual liberation need not come at the cost of family and community.
So I was very careful not to tell a story where, woman needed was to just, hook up with a guy and then her life would be okay. What's quite interesting about the lives of Muslim women is that there's such a huge division and between the private and the public. Like public, as a Muslim woman, you're supposed to wear a headscarf. You're supposed to be conservative. But every time I would go to a party or a social event, women would unveil and they would just be, extremely sexy and extremely fashionable and drenched in makeup and jewelry and belly dancing and singing, and they were just vivacious and feisty, and I just thought, how deeply interesting. When immigrants, come to wherever they come to, Canada, the States, Australia, wherever it is they go, they actually become much more conservative and much more traditionalist because I think they're afraid of losing their culture and their identity, so they tend to hold on tighter than they would have if they'd stayed back home.
Arab girls love who their brothers and their fathers and their uncles tell them they can.
I was really adamant that I have this be like a woman in her, at the age of 40 rather than, a girl in her early 20s, because I thought that would be much more interesting to portray. It's a lot more complicated to sort of try to, make this change happen when you're 40 and you're sort of already, sort of stuck in this lifestyle.
لك شو صار؟
وين كنتي؟
أحياناً لازم أطلع برا.
لازم تضلك بالبيت.
لكن مين بده يجيب الأكل والدواء؟ أنا.
As a female director, I was so tired of, not seeing great roles for women over the age of 35. And so I just felt a certain amount of responsibility of trying to tell stories, of women in their 40s and making them sexy and interesting and exciting and desirable.